Up, guys? I didn't do the recap yesterday because I was out all day, but we had a really good entry yesterday. I made $900 yesterday. Pretty good trade. It was simple and short, to be honest. Like it wasn't even. It took me like 2 minutes to hit my TP. So yeah, just getting to the point. Where is it? Where was it? Okay, this was yesterday. Here we go. All right, here. All right, so some people honestly were telling me, why would you take this? Why would blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I took it because this is what I thought from my point of view that it was a good trade. One of the first reason is, look, we have 8:30 yesterday. We have the news of, I think it was unemployment or something like this. I do not remember. But basically in this moment we had a SMT. If we go into ES, the fuck is this? Why does it look like that? Why am I okay here? If we go to yesterday's, right, at the same time when we did this highs, right? If you look for 830 lows, imagine it was here. So we made a SMT, literally, my bad, SMT from this low, right? So that's an SMT. And first thing, we had no SMT in the highs in that moment built. Second, I was completely bullish for the day. I honestly didn't want to see us go lower. NQ was showing me the same thing. The only thing that I expected from yesterday, right? I was like, okay, if we, by any chance, we end up going lower, we simply just want to do a retracement into the 1 hour because in the 1 hour, we literally had a Ferrari gap to visit this one. This is what I was expecting us to probably like come down here, visit this, and then just keep going higher. But then in that moment, I was just like, okay, wait a minute. We don't have a fucking SMT up here and the high. So there's no reason, it's not telling us yet that we're going to short. So I was like, okay, first rally got presented is here. What do? We open going lower. First thing we do, we sweep the 830 low and then we make a SMT. So I was like, if there's no SMT in the highs, there's nothing. And we're basically technically looking for bullish like entries. Why would I want to try and take a short or wait? All I did was like, okay, I want to see the first rally get presented be it in burst, and then I will take a long. Here, I remember in this moment, I had the right click, left click, ready to press to buy, and I was waiting for the body to close above. Did the body close above? Nope. You can see perfectly it did not close above. So I just kept waiting until, boom, 9:43, we closed above. I took the entry, and then literally my stop loss was like, I think it was half of this here. No, it was exactly this. Yeah, it was exactly this. Took my entry here, take profit up here, and literally look how easy was that. It literally hit the target, and then that's when we basically make a S&T on the highs, and that's when markets start, trying to short. Even though if it was just consolidating like crazy, it was just accumulating. But you can see inside this red zone, that's a gap. If you go into the daily, you will be able to see what I'm talking about. Remember, I always say the red ones are basically gaps, actual gaps, and then the other ones who are green is first rally representative of the day. So as you can see, yesterday we had this gap, and all we did that day was just like play around in there. And we were just holding and holding, and I think that's one of the reasons why we're accumulating so much in there. Now, it's probably like in 24 minutes, I think, we're gonna open soon. For New York, I am again. So what am I looking for today? Basically, simple. Look, high time frame, I think is the most important part because you need to basically know where the higher time frame is most likely to go for the rest of the day so you can basically know what to look for the rest of the day. Now, if I'm seeing, for example, here, I feel like, in my opinion, we're bullish. Now, the daily is not giving me too much information except if we go into a lower time frame, which is a 4 hour, you'll be able to see that we are inside of this fair value gap. Even if it shows that we disrespected, we still came in this inverse. We respect it, and at the same time, casualty is inside of a first rally represented from Wednesday. You can see how the bodies end up closing, and we end up going bullish. Then we make this inverse. We came once down here, and basically respect that inverse. You guys can see that, right? From here, wait, like this, like this. There you go. You see, so we tap it in and then we just had a rejection up. Now we're back again testing to this area, which is another gap. So we have to see if we're capable of ripping this out. If we are, then we might as well try to target the previous day high or the this highs too. We can even exaggerate even up here. I don't believe we will reach here today, but for sure for next week we should probably already finish getting here. There's no reason else for me, in my opinion, to like look for shorts. Maybe we'll get like a little bit of a retracement. Maybe we will sweep this low and then we'll make an SMT or something. But for me, honestly, I'm most likely to be bullish. But let's see. I just like to build a confluence in the meanwhile, but it does not mean that this one I'm going to stick for the rest of when the market opens. So if the market opens and I see that we're just like having a manipulation, we're just going higher, and then it's just looking like we're going to take shorts, then I will end up taking shorts. But for now, what I see is most likely I want to take longs. Now that I'm analyzing a bit more, you can see we have London session, Asia session already swept out. Meanwhile, and Q hasn't even swept London session. So we have basically two SMTs right now here. One SMT here, SMT here. So we have two strong SMTs. 4 hour is telling me basically, okay, we are inside of this inverse right now and we respect it. So if we're respecting all these things, right, then I have no reason to think about shorting. So yeah, you see, we tap into the inverse in the 4 hour, and at the same time, this is the same SMT that we had. And then you can see as like, Asia, London already swept them. So this is another reason for me to think that we're gonna keep longing. Now, it's just about waiting, being patient, and seeing like whenever market opens. Let's see if it gives us an opportunity to take an entry, because I feel like we're already making the move even before it opens. So maybe like when market opens in 20 minutes, when it opens, it's just gonna go directly up. That's what it could do too. But I mean, this is the game. Even if it's showing me that we might just, as soon as we open, we're just gonna keep like pumping like crazy, no retracement, it might do that because we already have built two SMTs. So that's kind of like already telling us. You can see how much rejection we're having, but I mean, it's just all about having patience. This hourly, we end up inversing it, so that's another reason to think about bullishness. The only thing holding us right now is just the gap that we keep respecting it. As you can see, we're respecting this gap, we're fighting against it, and like we have to see now when it opens, market opens. But yeah, I did not saw this. I don't even notice that. I mean, gap out of the blue, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna be it. I have nothing else to explain, to be honest. I mean, I showed you the trade I took yesterday, and I'm just showing you what I'm expecting for today, Friday. So I think that's gonna be it. Hopefully you find this insightful. If you learned something, then I mean, good. Anyways, guys, take care.